I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the Brewery Lovers. What are we doing? Delaware Part 4, I think.
Part 46, I think.
We did do a lot of breweries in Delaware. I think we did most of them, didn't we? We just didn't do the ones up in Wilmington.
We did about half, I think.
Oh, really? There's more?
Yeah, there are. There's a lot more. There's a lot in Wilmington. There's a couple in Newark that we didn't get to. We didn't get to the one in Bear.
Right.
We didn't get to any ones that are like the most southeast section. There's
more work to do.
Ocean View. I wanted to get to Ocean View because we work in Ocean View, but we didn't get there.
Oh, there's a name of a brewery? Ocean View's a brewery?
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, we did quite a few, and we found some real gems, and we're going to tell you more about what are we drinking.
We're drinking Stratacat.
Show the camera.
I had to read it. This was a gift to Sal from our son Max. Thank you, Max.
Thanks, Max.
It was Sal's birthday.
Birthday gift. So we saved a can for. It's really good. Philly, right?
Philly, yeah. Max got it at the farmer's market in Clark Park.
Oh yeah, the Clark Park. Appropriately hazy. It is a hazy New England IPA. Also in another Pennsylvania brewery glass, Trogue. And you have a Trenton glass.
I do.
River
I have
Horse.
a Ewing, New Jersey. Cheers.
Ewing Brewing. I always thought they should have called it Ewing Brewing. You know, you can't spell brewing without Ewing, so why not Ewing Brewing?
Somebody will jump right on that, I'm sure.
I crack myself up.
You have to do that when you live in such a tiny space.
Yes. Yeah, that's really nice. It's super aromatic.
Great.
A lot of tropical fruit. Or do you get citrus? I get tropical.
I get tropical.
Yeah. Melony, like kind of melon, maybe, I don't know. It's really good.
Maybe a little mango.
It's hop forward, but it's not bitter. And
It's juicy.
Really nice. Yeah, we consumed the other 3 already. We saved this for a video. Let me see the can again. The can art is also pretty cool. It's a local musician, actually, who also dabbles in visual art. And her name is Birdie Bush. And I will put a link to her stuff in the doobly-doo. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Delaware. Okay, this is
Midnight Oil?
Midnight Oil. Now, the interesting thing about Midnight Oil is that it's a harvest host. Kind of a, just sort of a straight-ahead, nice brewery. Nothing jumps out at you in terms of decor or beer. The beer was good.
Yep.
Nothing like that blew your head off. Inside is sort of typical of a microbrewery. Nice tasting room, good size, and they had a bunch of stuff on tap. A bunch of IPAs.
They had 5 IPAs, and I was having trouble picking our flight because I wanted to try all the IPAs because it was our last stop of the day. So last stop, you can be a little bit more liberal about what you try.
Plus, we were staying there in their parking lot.
Yes, we literally did not have to leave.
So
we walked from the brewery to the parking lot and then went to bed.
No worries about driving. So yeah, we got.
So he poured us a 5th. He made it a 5th.
4+1 flight.
5 flight, which was really sweet of him.
The really fun thing about here was the fact that it was a harvest host. Here's Kevin's RV, and we made a new friend here. Kevin and I were nerding out over amateur radio.
They were nerding out a lot. And then it turned out the other family, I had gone to college. She was a year ahead of me in college. They were out traveling, so it was just fun.
Yeah, it was fun. That's the fun thing about Harvest Host is you get to meet people that are pursuing similar endeavors. Maybe not full-time RV, but...
Especially when it's in another brewery. Because they love beer and they love to travel, so we have everything in common.
Sometimes not, though, because we've met couples who don't drink beer at breweries.
That's true.
And we've kind of helped them, educate them a little bit. What's this stuff? What's IPA? That's kind of fun too. When you get a newbie like that, they stayed there because it's a harvest host and it was available, and it was in the right location.
Sort of obligated to spend some money there, so they go in and try things.
This is JAKL in Middletown, right? I already forgot.
Yes, it's in Middletown, and literally it's like the next building over from First State.
Yeah, we found that in a couple of spots. Reminded me of Portland, Maine, where you have a brewery across the street from a brewery. It's kind of cool. But JAKL was nice. It's huge. It's this enormous cavernous building. Obviously, they've just started, but they were smart because they got a lot of space, so they'll have space to expand.
So JAKL's a play on their names, Justin.
Yeah, Justin
Andrew.
and Andrew. So was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we actually met Justin. He was a brewer. He's one of the owners, and he was working the bar that day, the tasting room. Very enthusiastic, very, very nice, and he answered all our dumb questions because they have a really unique brewery. It's
like a great big grandfather.
Yeah, they call them unitanks because the tank does everything. You can boil, you can ferment, you can chill. I think I need everything but mash. I think they did have a legit mash tun. Yeah, and these unitank, and they were electrically fired, which was you don't see this very often in breweries. And Justin told us all about it and some of the challenges and how he trained on it. He found another brewery that had the same system, and they were nice enough to.
In New Jersey.
Yeah, I think it was in New Jersey, wasn't it? Axonaro?
I think it was Axonaro.
Axonaro, yeah, in New Jersey. So anyway, beer is good. It's a small system, so as a result, they have a ton of beers on tap, and they're always trying new stuff because they go through it quickly. You find that in a lot of micros, especially the really tiny ones. And it's funny. It's a huge place, but it's a very small brewery, and they only have limited capacity. Beer was really good. We had.
They have Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Is that what you were doing?
I was probably checking messages and stuff.
And there's one of the unitanks. We had. The flight's coming up, I think. Oh, this is. They do some kind of pay it forward program. We're not exactly sure how it works.
Pint it forward.
Pint it forward. So I think when somebody buys a beer for a veteran, a teacher, they get a little hash mark on the wall. You see this in a lot of micros. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And we had a New England IPA, Magnus. We had Help, was a pale ale. Crazy Calm was a Pilsner. Oh, and Pepper Patch we really liked. It was a jalapeno IPA. We work for Ludlam Island, through the summer at least. And they make a habanero pineapple IPA, which Beth loves. It's called Devil Went Down to Maui. And it's always interesting to find hot pepper beers out and about because they're all different. I've never had two hot pepper beers that reminded me of one another. They're always unique. And theirs
will do that.
Theirs was real peppery, like it tasted like fresh peppers. It was nice. The jalapeno IPA. Anyway, JAKL, also dog friendly. Nice brewery. This place we loved. It was genuinely funky. We went to Crooked Hammock in Rehoboth Beach, which was funky by design. Like, this place was legit funky.
And their theme is beer should be
fun. Beer
fun.
should be fun.
And it was fun.
It really,
the art was fun.
Yeah.
The decor was fun.
So
the names were fun.
Here's the patio. They have a growler made from old tires. That is the first and only growler made from old tires that we've seen in a brewery. Kind of gives you an idea.
There may be more, but it's the first we've seen.
Kind of gives you an idea where they're coming from. The wall art was cool. Just a lot of interesting tchotchkes and junk on the walls. It's just a fun place. The beer was good. The beer was solid. Do you have that list?
Sure. Which beers we had?
Yeah.
See, again, these fun names. Maybe Today Satan was an American IPA. Holy Crap. I forget what that was. Little Dictator was a jalapeno Hefeweizen. Pineapple Express was a milkshake IPA. Yardbird was a lager.
The Pineapple Express was nice. They were all good. And the bartender was great. He had an awesome sense of humor, and he was making us laugh. But just funky place. Here's the sticker door. I'm not sure if we're on there or not. I don't remember. Their logo is this sailing ship, and they have a
It's
3D,
on a river.
3D model.
River.
Yeah, it's on Vespalian River. And there's some funky. If you look close, you can see some weird characters riding on that sailboat. But this is great. Dinosaurs. A head with sunglasses. Here's this giant TIE fighter, R2-D2.
Yeah, they had a couple Star Wars themes.
A life-size stormtrooper.
Named beers. They had Harry Potter named beers.
Yeah, the beer names were hysterical.
Gandalf the White IPA.
Yes, Gandalf the White IPA. This is in the bathroom, okay? So it's like...
Holy Crap is one of the beers.
And
it's a red ale.
I just thought it was Holy Crap because of where you were, but turns out, yeah, that's their red ale. But just a fun place. And really, Brandon hugs. We don't know what that means. Here you can see a little bit of the brewery. It's pretty good size. Much more capacity than JAKL, obviously. But tons of stuff on tap. And we just love the funky vibe. You can see, I mean, we're here talking to the bartender, and he's cracking us up. I don't remember what the joke was, but we really did have fun, and that's their whole thing. So, great experience. Okay, on to Autumn Arch. Autumn Arch was interesting. Boy, it was like you walk into Autumn Arch and you think, these people are serious. In terms of the beer, just right down the middle. Everything was superb. It was one of the better breweries that we found on this trip. It's
right in Newark.
In Newark.
And again, it's in the same industrial park as Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil.
So you could park once and
you can walk. You can walk to them, one to the other, very, very close. Really slick and just a nice tasting room. You know, these polished concrete floors. Kind of minimalist, not at all like Miss Billy River. Not a lot of stuff on the walls, and it was just really nice. And the beer was right down the middle. We had Brass Tacks, which is a Kolsch, Anonymous Clouds, which was a hazy New England IPA, Mission to Munich, which was a Dunkel, and Newark State of Mind, which was a double IPA. Yeah, that was a cute name. They also obviously have a barrel program because they have a ton of barrels on these racks here. But beer was superb. And we got to meet a friend and a fan, Mike.
Mike met us there. It was great.
Mike is the nephew of a very good friend who we've met over the years. Turns out Mike's a huge craft beer guy. And he lives in Delaware. He lives right near this place, right?
Yep.
So we called him and said, hey, we're doing Delaware. You want to get together? And this is where we got to meet Mike. So we had a great time. And Mike is he really knows craft beer. He really does. And he's very enthusiastic. And he's a huge fan. He comments on the videos. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. It was really fun hooking up with Mike. So we will definitely look out for opportunities to do that in other states as well. Now on to also in Middletown. That was in Newark. What was in Middletown?
Middletown was JAKL.
JAKL, okay. This is like the
First State
and First State. This is like the center of Middletown. And it's a really cute main street downtown, and it's obvious that they are making a concerted effort to keep it alive. Here's an old church that was converted to an art gallery. This is another kind of art gallery. And in the middle of this, here's a theater that's been restored. And in the middle of this main street downtown is this beautiful, beautiful little brewery called Volunteer.
With a little library.
They have a tiny library. What's not to like? And this was one of our absolute favorites of this whole trip because it was not only drop dead gorgeous, but the beer was really, really good. Right down the middle. Also a very small capacity, so they had a bunch of stuff on tap. But just clean and bright, and just they did such a beautiful job restoring it. It's an old home. This is what it is. And they have this Solaris board, which is cool. I had to look that up because I couldn't remember what these things were called. They also call them flip boards. At the famous one was at the 30th Street train station in Philadelphia, which was recently removed within the last year or so. But it's this board that makes that sound as it changes. And the company still exists. They still make them, and this is their market. Bars, taverns, restaurants, places like that. And you'll see the little flip action here. It was so much fun. It flips to tell you what song is playing on the Pandora channel or whatever it was they were listening to. Very cool. It reminds me of Cotton House
in
Cary, North Carolina. But the beer's really good. Really good. Don't tell Cotton House I said that. There's a painting of the place. Here's the sticker wall. They're much smaller than the average because they're pretty new, right?
Yep.
I spotted Bissell Brothers up there on the sticker wall. It's an old barn door, flowers. I mean, that place was just gorgeous. It really was. Very comfortable.
Here's their
pay it forward wall was great. Okay, so now in this place, you walk up to this wall and you may find a card that applies to you. Like if you're an ambulance driver, here's a beer. If you're a school teacher, there's a couple in here, you'll see them. One made me laugh. If you had a really blanky day, any bubblehead submariner squid, has something to do with submarines, I guess. There's Japet, what that means.
Yeah.
Very cool, because these beers were already purchased. So if you find yourself on this wall, a description of yourself, you got yourself a free beer, paid for by someone else who came in earlier. I love this idea. I think we should steal it. This is the upstairs.
There was a deck up there.
And such a nice vibe. When we walked in, one of the beer tenders was playing a guitar. Like he was just practicing chords, because it was kind of middle of the day. It wasn't real busy.
Justin and Jackie.
Oh, thank you for remembering their names.
Yep.
Here's the deck.
Upstairs deck. It was a warm day, so there wasn't a lot of people outside. So.
Yeah, it was hot this Delaware trip, but just a super nice place. And the couple that own it have another business in town. I think it's right next door, in fact. These beautiful porcelain German beer Cobra faucets. Here's our flight. Beer was superb. Unfortunately, we either didn't take notes or lost them. I know there was an ESB in this flight. I also love the flight itself. It was a muffin tin. With the little cupcake papers. That was so clever because, people spend all this money and time building these flight racks, and it's a great idea because they stack. They're easy to clean.
Yep.
So, anyway, really clever. Nice place.
They collect the moisture, the condensation on the bottom of the glass.
Yeah, we just really, really like the Volunteer. So we highly recommend it. We highly recommend most of these breweries. We recommend all these breweries. We highly recommend Autumn Arch, Volunteer, and we really like
First
JAKL.
State.
Delaware. I was talking about this video. This is the backyard. There were some guys out there playing cornhole. But yeah, First State was phenomenal. Volunteer was phenomenal. JAKL was great. Mispillion River, hysterical.
Fun.
I mean, we really did. We liked them all. We loved some. We liked them all, and it was a great trip. It was a successful foray into the First State, our first date with the RV as full-timers, so to speak, and on to other states.
Yep.
You'll find out if you stick with us. Ready?
Ready.
All right, look, I saved that much so I could cheers.
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 Cheers.